Okay, lesson 194. I place the future in the hands of God. And I'm kind of laughing because every time I get a view of my shot, I thought to call it Hot Summer Nights. But that's cool. Man, when I read this lesson, I felt so excited. I felt like, yes, I'm there. I'm getting there. I really feel it. And it was like, you know, it just was talking about how paragraph 1, line 3. Your foot has reached the lawns that welcome you to heaven's gate, the quiet place of peace where you await with certainty the final step of God. How far are we progressing now from earth? And I'm so fortunate to be in a community where I get lots of opportunity to share my successes, and I so thank everyone who's listening to these videos. Honestly, if 0 people listened, I would still be grateful because it has nothing to do with people listening. It's just that I have this outlet to share and to if it's a win for anyone else, rock it, because it's a win for me. It's been a momentous journey for me. I'm really grateful. So today when I read the lesson, I'm like, this is designed for me. I'm unfolding at the same time as this thing. Like, I'm one with this thing. It's one with me. Is it reading my mind? It's as if it's like, it's being written like tomorrow's. I wake up already in that sort of, it's not even that the words do articulate like how I'm feeling so much stronger in my desire to forgive, in my willingness to forgive, and in my execution of forgiveness. Like, it's getting faster. And that's what I got from today's lesson. And also the idea that we're placing our whole life in the hands of God, and the future is just often what could cause fear. I mean, perhaps the past causes regret or anger or resentment. It's just that maybe the fear of the unknown has more of an element of fear to it, but fear in a different flavor, of course. Yeah, but it's like, I'm noticing it in little things. Like, it occurred to me, like, these things come to me like today in the tub with Justine, and here she comes, I think. But like, she today said, right before our bath time, banana. And sometimes she wants a banana to stall bedtime, but I was like, okay. Like, sometimes it's as if my personality has an agenda. I don't want to honor whatever is arising. I want to honor my personality's agenda, which is weakening. Because I was like, banana, sure, the bath water is on, we'll let that be, and we'll go get a banana. And she ate the whole thing, and she was hungry. And there's just like, let me trust what's arising. Let me not have a plan. Let me trust things will arise. And then just so much of life now, it's like that's a little tiny example, but also, having a plan to move to Malawi with my family. Not sure when, maybe, but it feels like 2 years from now. It feels like the future. But there will be different things, I think, that will come up, because already things come up for me around that as like a fear or an unknown. However, I have very much faith that I'm going to be putting it in the hands of God, and I'm going to be on a journey like a kid with a backpack, going on a quest to find miracles, to find beauty, to find opportunities to forgive and grow and expand. But they're here every day. And this one thing happened today where, we're kind of redecorating the house, and my neighbor, who rarely, like, we might talk across the street when she lets her dog out here and there, but today I put a couple things out on the curb, one being a high chair. Justine wanted to sit in that thing all day. She's never sat in it. It wasn't hers. Anyway, we're sitting in it. The neighbor comes over and talks about, she's purging, she's redecorating. I'm like, we're redecorating. And then she's like, I've just ordered a new sofa, And I'm like, we're looking for a sofa. And she sent me pictures, and I would have been cool with that sofa. And I would have paid her for it. And it would have been a walk across the street. And I kind of thought like, wow, this is miraculous. She never comes over. And yet, my first instinct was, that's actually not the vision. My husband, I think, has a vision for what he wants, and it didn't match. But it was like, I was open for miracles. I was even grateful for the coincidence, even if it didn't work out. And I think that's really huge, not being attached to it working out in a certain way. But like, to me, it's just showing that there are these little buds forming, and they're miraculous, and they're beautiful occurrences, and they're small, they're every day. But, here we are. Release the future, for the past is gone, and what is present, freed from its bequest of grief and misery, of pain and loss, becomes the instant in which time escapes bondage, the bondage of illusions, where it runs its pitiless, inevitable course. Man. Yeah, and yet we're navigating. So I'm writing this piece for our community newsletter on how when I was pregnant and I wasn't sure how I was going to give birth, and I actually got interviewed by a podcast. So I'm going to share the link to the podcast, but I kind of frame it like, it was really me stepping into the willingness not to be attached to how my birth went, but also the confidence to know God had a loving way. Like yesterday's lesson, all things are lessons God would have me learn. Like, I'm still going to learn a lot of lessons no matter the scenario. I can at least ask for the scenario I'd like. So my husband has a vision for the living room. I'm kind of glad he didn't take something he doesn't want. And then to speak to the neighbor, instead of feeling shy, like, oh, sorry, we actually don't want that, I said, okay, well, it's not fitting the vision for my husband. So, and she's like, you got to get what you want. You got to be. And so I just feel like life supports us if we get clearer and clearer and willing and more willing and less attached, but willing, kind of like, I'm willing to offer yoga classes. I don't need to know how many people would come. And yet what I'd like it to feel like is a sense of community and connected, whatever. So, but it feels like, once you get beyond the fear being gripping it all or overtaking your life, it's get more playful, more relaxed. So that's what I'd like to share. We're about to have dinner, made some pizzas. Second time around. I'm learning from the first time. Anyway, so thanks for listening. Thanks for practicing. It's rocking it. I can't wait to see what tomorrow brings. And I just already know it's amazing, and it's aligning, and it's expansive, and I'm grateful. Love you. Peace out.